This conference will now be recorded.
So this is our SAP SD course content, sales and distribution content, what we are going to discuss in our training program. So as we have already discussed, introduction to the ERP packages, introduction to SAP, the SAP logistics cycles, SD, MMPP. Now today we'll discuss about SD flow. Then you have organization structure, and these are all the topics involved in the sales and distribution model. Okay, fine. Now, so there is no need of discussing again right from what is an ERP, what is an SAP and all. You have already gone through the introduction part when we are discussing in SAP demo class. So let we start with the business process. So the business process itself will start from customer itself. Okay. Now you take any organization, a company. Basically, the procurement types are divided into two types. They are external procurement and internal procurement. Okay. What is this external procurement and what is this internal procurement? Let's say customer is in need of a material. Example, D is a finished material. That is end component. And the requirement of the customer, the material requirement is, let us say for example, 1 lakh tons of the material per month. And this finished material D is a result of the raw materials or subcomponents ABC. So therefore, the customer raise an order to the company, and the company is XYZ Private Limited. So customer and company, the relation between these two will be sales order. See, so the business process itself will start from the order called sales order. When the company accepts the requirement, we call it a demand management or independent requirement. Now, in this flow diagram, I am explaining you the general business process, how it takes place, and how all the departments will come into the picture. After this, again, I'll show the business process only in the sales and distribution model. So here, it involves all the departments. Then later on, again, separately, we'll see the sales business process. So customer raise an order, sales order. When the company accepts the customer requirement, we call it a demand management or independent requirement. Now company is having the customer business order in their hands. Therefore, the business or the company has to check the availability of the resources. It may be material, machinery, manpower, equipment, etc. Then the word comes MRP, stands for Material Requirement Planning. So it is a planning tool. It will decide what type of planning where to go. So the first case is no stock available. So what is the meaning of no stock available? The customer business order is in the hands of the company. Parallelly, to execute the customer finished material end component, company don't have the enough stocks of the raw materials. So therefore, that is called no stock available. Okay. Then what happens? So company will go for planned order. First, you'll have planning, and the document generated is planned order. Based upon the planned order, as a company don't have enough stocks of the raw materials, therefore purchase requisition takes place, PR. Now company don't have the stocks of the raw materials. Now what they are going to do then? We need to find out the source of supply. Source determination, that is vendors. So once the company identify the vendors, the business or the company is going to create the quotations. That is called request for quotation to the vendors. So the vendors will receive the quotation by the company. If they are ready to supply the material, they'll get back with their price and the conditions. Then we'll receive and maintain quotation for vendors. Then the vendors will respond to the company's quotation with their price and the conditions. So we'll do price comparison for quotations, RFQs. And finally, we'll select the source of supply or vendor based upon the price, quality, delivery, and the service. Then we know the material what we want to buy, and we know the supplier from where you can buy. Therefore, we create a purchase order, PO. Once order is created, if it has to go for approval, then it will be approved by your manager, senior manager, depending upon the organization hierarchy. Then purchase order confirmation takes place, and vendor will send the material, stock of the material against the purchase order. Therefore, we create a GR with reference to purchase order, goods receipt. Then once you check the quality of the material, the vendor will send the invoice. So receive the invoice from the vendor, verify the invoice document, payment to the vendor done by the financial department. So right from identifying of the need of the material up to payment to the vendor. So this total procurement comes under procurement collectional procurement that leads to a model called MM. So the other name for MM is purchase to pay or else order to pay. So this external procurement totally leads to the MM module. Next, stock available. What is meaning of stock available? So the customer raised an order to the company. Now company has got the business requirement from the customer. To execute it, the company is having the stocks of the raw materials. That is called stock available. So here also planning will take place and the order is called planned order. Based upon the planned order, as we have the stocks of the raw materials, then we'll go for production order. So create production order. Then we are going to release the production order. Goods issue of the raw materials again as the production order. Then confirm the production order. Then we create a GR with reference to production order. Produce the finished material. Then completely the production order settlement takes place. Finally, picking, packing, then material delivered to the customer. Again as the sales order, where sales billing will take place and receive the payments from the customer received by the financial department. So this total procurement comes under procurement called internal procurement that leads to a module called PP, production planning. So this is the overall business process flow. See, the business starts with sales only. Customer raise an order, it triggers MRP. Once MRP is triggered, the MRP will decide what type of planning you have to go. If the company don't have the stocks of the raw materials, so go for external procurement. So we need to procure, purchase. Then issue to production department, internal production operations, production process goes on. Produce the finished material. Then after checking the quality of the finished material, then ship the material because already we have the customer sales order. Against the order, you ship the material, invoicing, and accounts receivables. So this is the total, the SD flow. So as we know, to run all this business process, we need to design or we need to frame the organization structure. Okay. So a group of functional consultants will involve to design the organization structure. And this is the organization structure from the sales and distribution module point of view, SD point of view. So you have company code. So you have plant and store location linked to shipping point, one side. Then you have sales organization, distribution channel, division. All these three put together we call as a one sales area. Then you have sales office, sales group. So like this. So this organization elements are created by the sales and distribution consultant. So this is the enterprise organization structure coming from the SD point of view. So here also we need to create the organization structure compulsory. Okay. Now coming to the total normal SD flow. So this is the SD totally. Okay. Inquiry, quotation, sales order, goods delivery, billing, finance. So it is same as like your flow itself. So there also you'll have quotation, purchase, goods receipt, payment. So here also same quotation, sales order, goods delivery, sales billing. So in most of the cases, some certain topics will be common in purchase as well as in sales model point of view. So this is a business process of the sales and distribution module. We have seen the total business process, including all the modules here. When the sales will come, when the sales order will come, when the planning will take place, planned order and production order will come, when the purchase order will take place. This involves all the modules, total complete business process flow. Now we are going to see the sales and distribution flow, SD flow. So this is actually the business process. You have inquiry, quotation, then below quotation and sales order, below you have purchase order, sales order, goods delivery, we call it outbound delivery, and billing. That is sales billing order. Finally, finance will come into the picture. Even in the also, after purchase invoice, finance people will do the payment in the similar manner. Okay. So here's the business process flow. So I will explain first one by one. So first one is inquiry. So here what inquiry happens is customer will come to the company or business and inquire about the products and services. And the document raised for this activity is called an inquiry. Okay. So customer will come to the business or the company. Then he will inquire about the product and services. Next, quotation. So what is a quotation? Quotation is an activity which is created or maintained with reference to inquiry given by the business or by the company to a customer. And therefore, the company responds to a customer in the form of quotation. Okay, in the form of quotation, they will approach. Next, you have sales order. Sales order is a sales document created by a company with reference to a PO, that is purchase order given by a customer, and the purchase order is given by customer with reference to quotation. Next, we call it a delivery or outbound delivery, whatever the name it is. Delivery is an activity which is performed by the company to a customer with reference to sales order, or we can call it a cash order or rush order. We'll see all these type of things, etc. Next, billing, or we call it as a sales billing or sales invoice. Is a sales invoice which is created with reference to sales delivery. Okay. Then after that, finance people will come into the picture. Okay. So inquiry, quotation, sales order, delivery, and the billing. And here you can see with respect to the transaction codes, T codes means. So all the SD transaction codes start with the letter alphabet V. Okay. So here also designing the organization structure is very important. Okay. Like how you created company, company code, plant, store location, purchasing organization, etc. in your module. In the similar way, in sales also, we need to design the organization structure from the sales point of view. In the similar manner, we need to design the organization structure. Okay, fine. So this is the business process flow of the SD model. Inquiry, then we have quotation, sales order, delivery or outbound delivery we call as a, or sales delivery, then sales billing or sales invoice. Yeah, Fahad.
Yes, Shekhar.
Okay.
Yep.
So the flow and all everything remain the same. So here also we need to first design the total organization structure, then again master data, then again documents, same process. Most of the topics, okay. Here also you have schedule agreements, contracts. So there we'll discuss from the vendor point of view. Here we are going to discuss with the customer point of view. Okay. So next is we are going to see the document that is configuration settings for creating organization structure from sales and distribution point of view. Okay, fine. So that will start from the tomorrow class.